Good morning, January 1st, the first day of the new year, 2025. I'm glad you're here today. I hope you had a great New Year's last night. Our whole town just lit up with fireworks. Unbelievable. It lasted for quite a while. I thought about going ahead and talking to you last night, but then I had a lot I had planned to do. So I didn't get online. Me and Donald enjoyed the fireworks that the town hall puts out. And it was a great New Year's day or night for us. We brought it in. I stayed up to 4 o'clock in the morning last night. But I got to make our prosperity meal. We like to cook our black-eyed peas from scratch. We buy them dried. This is just a great value brand from Walmart. I've got my beans here on the table, just like I always did growing up. We pour them out on the table. We got our strainer and we look through our beans. So I got my strainer here. I got to open this other bag up. I'm just going to sort through these black-eyed peas just like I do any of the dried beans that we eat. And what we're looking for is dirt clods, stems, anything that might have come from the farm and got into the bag of dried beans that you don't want to eat. Half beans won't hurt you. They're just half beans. But we're looking for dirt, stems, anything that might have slipped through the cleaning process. Now, one thing I have found is you don't have near as much dirt in your beans as you used to. Growing up, we'd have a little pile of dirt and rocks on the side, but I hardly ever see any anymore. Occasionally, I find one. But this looks like the farming system in cleaning the beans has gotten better and better. Now, these are black-eyed peas. Me and Donald love black-eyed peas, and they symbolize coins. They symbolize money in your prosperity meal. So I'm going to clean these up and get them rinsed and get them in the pot. Now, this is the not-so-desirable part. I just got this one little bean here. It looks kind of dried up, and I don't know what it looks like. It just don't look desirable. So I picked that out. And then this one was just real dark. It was darker than the others. So I got this little pile right here. Not much of anything out of it. Most of these peas were generally just really clean. Now I got to bring these black-eyed peas over here. I like to just wash them really good. You can use vegetable wash on them if you'd like. A fruit and vegetable wash. I'm going to run them clear here. Just run this water over them. Let them set for a few minutes. Rinse them really good. And then start adding them to my pot. Now I've got my good pot out. This is my good pot right here. It's going to hold all these black-eyed peas. This is my cast iron on enamel crochet. And I love this pot. This is a great pot for your stewing and cooking things for a little while. Now I'll put a little bit of coconut oil in here. And I got my meat that I'm going to fry in the bottom of my pan. Now these are pork jowls. I like to get a ham hock usually. But the pork jowls are really good when you are making the collards. I've also got to make the greens. And this here is the price that I paid for this. And I got this at Walmart. Food Line has a good selection of pork. That's good for cooking your beans and stuff in. I'm going to go ahead and slice this up and put it in here in my pot. I think I've went over this with you last year about your what you can season your beans and your collards with, and even your cornbread. I've got country ham right here, and then I've got the Smithfield cut bacon that I want to put in my cast iron pan in the oven when I make the cornbread. Now this is a great backup if you don't want to do your beans from scratch. These here is an excellent brand, Margaret Holmes. We love these seasoned black-eyed peas. And what we love about these peas are they're prepared black-eyed peas with water. It does have some MSG in here. Salt, dehydrated onion, sugar, spices, rendered bacon fat. So these are already a little bit seasoned for you. Natural hickory smoked flavor. And then they've got a preservative in there. These are from McCall Farms, Effingham, South Carolina. So these were grown and packaged there in South Carolina. I think the MSG is something new. I don't remember reading that last year. But some people, these are an easy way to get your black-eyed peas in, and you don't have to make them from scratch. They cook up a little faster. They're ready to go. We, of course, put about 2.5 hours into these black-eyed peas. This is how the hog jaws look right here. This is a flavorful tender meat. A lot of people really like it for seasoning. I prefer ham hock, but this is what they had. They didn't have a ham hock when I went to pick this up. This tastes kind of like bacon. A little fattier than bacon, but it's really good. I'm going to throw it in this pan here in the back. I'm going to put a little bit of a sear on it. Normally I would do that in my little crochet pot. I've got a lot of things going on right here, and I don't want to let my little crochet pot get hot without something in it. So I'm going to go ahead and add the water. Get these black-eyed peas rinsed. And we're cooking for the first time in 2025. That's exciting to me. I love to cook. Now this I'm going to put the cornbread in. I'm going to go ahead and cut the heat on that and go ahead and brown up all of this hog jaw. Because I'm going to put it in the greens, in the collard greens. And I'm going to put it in the black-eyed peas and even the cornbread. I'm going to use some of the fat from it to season the cornbread. Now I added a little bit of coconut oil to my pots because I love the high heating point of coconut oil, and I love the fact that there's no flavor to it in the coconut oil. So it mixes right in with this fat that I've got right here. And it keeps my pans good and seasoned. I'm going to go ahead and wash these black-eyed peas and get them going. Get them simmering. It'll take about 2 hours to cook black-eyed peas from a dried bean like I've got right there today. Get this pork mess cleaned up right here. Now I've got some ham and bacon here. I just wanted to show you could use different kinds of meat. Somebody set that in the wrong place. You can see how dirty these black-eyed peas are. Look at how dirty the water is. Want to make sure you rinse these really good. I'm gonna let these drain and bring them over here and put them in the pot. Okay, me and Donald are going to stop and have a cup of tea. Honey, just pick from any one of them that you might like.
You said Christmas.
Well, they're all them on the bottom of Christmas. Either any of those. He's going to pick a tea for us, and we're going to make a cup of tea. Now, he's already drank a pot of coffee. He's a coffee drinker, but every once in a while he'll have some tea with me. And so today he's going to do that. He's going to be the snowman cup, and I'm going to be the hearts cup. Go ahead and have some tea. What'd you choose here?
I don't know.
Oh.
Secret Garden English breakfast.
That sounds good.
Black tea.
Yeah, that's good tea. Be delicious. I hadn't had any tea yet this morning. I hadn't had anything to eat or drink. Had too much to get started to do. I'd be really careful with that hot teapot.
With the cold weather coming.
Yeah.
Hot tea and hot chocolate's gonna be the thing to drink next week.
I know. Cold front coming, right?
Yeah, real cold.
I'm weak. I've been sick. It's taking a while to get back. This equates to about a tablespoon of honey. I usually use the spoon, but then everybody was like, you can't use a stainless steel spoon and raw honey. It kills the effects. So I made sure I used my wooden dipper. That's about all the honey I use. You can see if you need it sweeter. Here, get the bowl. Just the bowl. Just get right over the bowl.
I had it on pause. You hit record.
Red is paused. Okay, we've got our side meat and all of our good seasoning meat cooking. This will be the pan right here that we got to clear out so that we can put our cornbread in this pan. Got to open that blue Le Creuset and just add some of those browned pieces right on into the black-eyed peas. The black-eyed pea water looks a little gray on camera. They've been simmering a little over there.
We got some more.
We got them on a low simmer. Donald's going to throw a few pieces of jaw into the black-eyed peas and season them up. Okay, Donald and I started on the cornbread. We got this seasoned. We've got some jaws in the pot. Some more meat cooking in the back for the greens, for the collard greens. This is for the cornbread. We left just a little bit in here. We got this out of the oven, fried up our side meat, our hog jaws, And there's enough in here to mix our cornbread. Okay, so we got our cornbread going. We've got a cup of yellow cornmeal and a cup of white flour. We're going to go ahead and put the seasonings in it. Or, you know, that other ingredients. I've got the teaspoon laying out. We're going to need a teaspoon of salt. We're going to need a teaspoon of baking powder. If you've been around here, then you know what this little screen right here is for. So I don't have clumps in my cornbread. And then we'll use 3/4 of a teaspoon for baking soda. Okay, so we got our baking powder and our baking soda in here. I'll put the salt already in here. We're going to do this, and this is why. See all those little clumps? All those clumps would be in your cornbread or whatever you're baking if you didn't sift through a little strainer. I know I've shared that with you over and over and over. We got our whisk. We'll just whisk our dry ingredients together real quick. We're just making one single pan of cornbread. We thought about making a double of cornbread, but we decided just to make one at a time. We needed another one. I could always throw another one together. We've got our 1.5 cups of buttermilk. We're going to go ahead and add our eggs. We'll try not to get any shell in there. We got to put our oil in. I'm just going to use the same measuring cup that the buttermilk was in. It's all going to mix together anyway. It's a 1/2 cup of oil or lard, whichever one you want to use. I love to use lard, but we got quite a bit of lard going on here. I've got lard seasoned in my pan there, so I think we'll be all right. Just good and mixed. Our pan's good and hot. That's going to put a nice crisp crust on our cornbread. My mouth is watering thinking about it. Some good stuff right here. Don't look like I got it mixed up good in there. But we'll just take care of that right here. If you're a member of my channel and you got to see my member video where I tell you 5 of my tricks that I love to use in cooking from scratch, then you'll recognize this little tool I've got right here. It's an especially good bread making tool. Any kind of bread. We got that cleaned out. We're going to put this in our hot oven, our 425 degree oven. We're going to go ahead and get that in. I'm going to set the timer for about 35 minutes. I think we'll keep an eye on it, but just in case we get real busy, this will help us keep up with the time. All of this stuff is real hot right here. We want to be as careful as we can. You don't want to burn yourself up. Now, we got a minute in between. We got the bread in. We can go ahead and taste our tea. I think I'm going to need a little bit of lemon juice in my tea. Oh my goodness. This is the first cup of tea I've had to drink. It's 1:30. We've been busy this morning. And that is so good. It's delicious. I'm going to enjoy this and then get back to the prosperity meal. Got honey all over my cup. Now let's see how Donald likes his tea. He usually drinks coffee.
Cup.
Yeah, he's got the snowman. He's the man this morning. He's the snowman. Smells good, don't it? I notice you smell it before you drink it.
It smells good. I eat it. It don't, I won't. Yeah, that's pretty good. That is pretty good tea.
Yeah, really good. So Donald's getting his.
Yeah, I gotta cut the cornbread.
It's already cut.
Is it? A slab of cornbread here with it.
That looks good.
And grab a couple pieces.
Finishing touch.
Yeah. Throw some side meat on there, and I'm good to go.
Gotta put you some salt and pepper on.
Oh, well. Go ahead.
Looking good.
You're breaking up your cornbread.
Yeah. Yep. A little salt and pepper and it's time to eat. Cookie, Happy New Year, buddy. Happy New Year. Well, the New Year's prosperity meal was delicious today. We both prepared it together. We ate it together. This is the black-eyed peas. I don't know why they look a little gray. They were washed thoroughly and they were soaked, but they were delicious. These were some good peas this year. I've got to break them down and put them into a smaller container. I don't know if Donald will want these for supper again. Tonight we had them for lunch earlier today. Of course, if you know anything about the prosperity meal, the greens are always for money, for your green dollars, and the black-eyed peas are for the coins. They represent coins. And of course, your cornbread represents gold. We don't have much cornbread left. It was a hit, Lord. That cornbread was good. Everything was good. And this is what's left between the two of us. Me and Donald just pigging out on our prosperity meal today. We did cut up a little bit of onion over the top of it. It just wouldn't be the same without onion. We eat onions on almost everything that we can. We appreciate good onion. And then we like garlic too, but onion's our favorite. And we have a lot of dishes that include onions. We had a great New Year's. Neighborhood was noisy, loud, wide open. I didn't go to sleep until 4 o'clock this morning. I finally made it to sleep. And then I slept till about 9 o'clock, which is unusual for me for New Year's. And then I had to get up and make this prosperity meal, and it was a pleasure to do it. I always love for this to be the first meal I cook of the year, and we enjoy it. And we both thoroughly enjoyed this. We both had seconds, and I don't know if that's a good start to the new year or not, but at least it was healthy for us, and we enjoyed it together. Now, work and everything, the schedule will resume tomorrow on January 2nd. You know, our life will kind of get back to normal. We'll start putting things up. We did get some of our Christmas stuff put up on New Year's Eve, and that's a good thing, but we hadn't got everything completely put up yet. That's like an organizing day in itself, just trying to get through the old Christmas stuff, the things that you want to use, and then put back the things that you used. It's a lot of work to decorate for Christmas and to put up with it and clean up with it afterwards. But we'll be continuing to do that. I hope you guys had a wonderful New Year's. I hope you're looking forward to 2025 as much as I am. So grateful to be here and be a part of it. Thank you for joining me today here at Much Ado About Something, joining me and Donald as we ate our prosperity meal. I hope that you have a wonderful day, no matter what you ate, no matter who you're with. I hope you're with somebody that you love and enjoy, and that you're having a wonderful, wonderful 2025. Thank you, family and friends, for joining us. And like always, until next time.